Can y'all hear us? Give us a thumbs up if y'all can hear us.
It has been a long minute since we did a live, so. I thought I had it muted. Oops.
Anybody here? Anybody here?
Oh yeah, I can't tell because we're also trying out a new streaming, just a test. We always used OBS system before, so this is kind of like, it's been a minute because we're in the country now. We always have trouble with our internet, or we have historically.
Mm-hmm.
We now got, what is that cord that we got?
We got the Ethernet cord to go directly to the laptop, so there shouldn't be any disconnect. So
I feel bad if anybody like gets us stuck on that circle now that we're in the country. So, how come you're not muting stuff?
Sure.
You want to get on me?
Terry, welcome. Hey, long time no talk.
Hey. If anybody is in here that we haven't seen pop up yet, can you give us a thumbs up? Let us know that you're here. We are not used to seeing the setup that we're looking at right now.
This is all test phase for us.
Yeah, we figured it would be a good time to kind of like test it out. We miss being able to touch base with our subscribers. Ever since we moved out here, it has been a mess with the internet, but we do miss our community. Want to get back to it. Oh, I see Hank left you a message.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Southern Blessed Homestead. How are you? It's good to see you. How's the broody? Oh, wait a second. Are you asking about the brooder? Oh, you just got back from Puerto Rico? Did you because I noticed that you went and all of a sudden I saw a bunch of likes and I was like, he must have been gone for a second. So that's cool. How long were you in Puerto Rico?
If y'all can hear us, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, that's always been an issue in the past, is the sound too. So let us know if you can hear us, especially me, because I'm soft-spoken and it's a problem. Unless I'm mad, and then that's not a problem at all.
So he was saying finally moved to Puerto Rico.
Yay.
We are doing well. Southern Blessed Homestead said. The chicks and the ducks. Southern Blessed said that she can hear you. Good.
Okay, awesome. So the chicks and the ducks, as of right now, this minute, I'm so glad you guys can't smell us, by the way, because I'm stuck with him, but we were outside rushing the ducks in. We're still like in a training phase with them. We really wanted them out on the pond because it's a great situation. They're happy there, but they will let themselves die and get eaten at night by the
They're about
hours.
as bad as turkeys.
No, they're worse than teenagers, and I survived 2, actually 3, and we're in the middle of the 4th. Duck teenagers are, they're like right up there with the most rebellious teenager. Okay, so it's Terry was saying it's because of where the microphone is situated. So okay, so we have 9 people in here now. Can you hear me okay? Because I literally have the mic right here.
What's going on, Audacity Dawning? Yes, Terry, the Hawks well, there was one particular. We don't know if it was multiple hawks.
I saw one today, actually.
Yeah. So a hawk has gotten 2 of our Welsh Harlequin ducks.
Ripped its heads right off.
And so we put it away. We thought being around the road will not have any issues, but so we just moved them further away on the back 40 near the pond. Got a lot of good coverage. We put a rooster, Kevin, back in there. He's a ladies' man.
He is the most gentleman rooster of all the roosters. Like, Kevin has really elevated. Kevin is my favorite rooster. He's a true gentleman.
Yeah.
And and I don't know if they're in here, the suggestion of one of our followers, we did put those Mylar pinwheels in there because they are supposed to knock the depth perception of the hawks off. And I feel like between having the rooster and the pinwheels, and we haven't put the hawk netting up yet, I feel like so far things are working.
Yeah.
They just want to stay out and be eaten by owls at night, which is frustrating.
Southern Blast said he is loud and you're a sophomore. Yes, and you know what? It's funny because we've been here for what, almost 9 months now. Yeah, close to 9 months,
almost.
And she would. This is her talking to me, and I'll be on the back 40, and she'd be like, "Hey, did you know?" I'm like, "Is she talking to me?" So I go like this, and she go, "Hey, I was." I'm like, "What in the world?"
Okay, so I'm soft-spoken, big stick. Okay, I like you to lean in so I can reach you because I am short.
Short-tempered.
That too.
Short fuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh my goodness, girl, speak from your diaphragm.
I was not in the military.
I wasn't in the military either.
I was military.
I was in the Air Force.
Whatever.
So, for everybody that's going to be catching this on the replay, this is our first live. We normally do lives the first Saturday of each month.
It's not our first live.
First live of 2022.
Yeah.
We normally do our first live, we normally do our lives the first Saturday of each month in the morning, and we do that for a particular reason. You want to tell them about that reason?
Well, a lot of that has to do with, we understand the community that watches us has things to do, and we have things to do too, especially in the summer. Like, there's a bunch of tasks to get done, and the best time to do that is actually in the morning or in the evening. I know that we do it more so in the evening. So we try to do it so people are able to get their tasks done, right?
Yeah. Yes, Air Force. What's up, Broke Farmer? Mr. Second Place Team. What's going on, Dan? Hey, y'all got it. If y'all want to learn, I know Broke, y'all was talking about fruit trees today on your live, but this brother Dan has a fruit forest up the yin yang.
And Relation Sustainables in Puerto Rico. If you don't already follow Dan, you need to, because he's just phenomenal. Everything he has. I wish we could grow what Dan grows.
I'll be watching his videos on my way to and from work sometimes. I'll just be like, man.
So jealous.
Yeah. Terry, let me see. I'm learning this whole StreamYard.
Yeah,
thing.
as people are coming in, we've never used StreamYard before. We're on a learning curve. We're doing the test version of it.
Yeah.
So
Terry asked, what are we growing this week? We were supposed to start some seeds, but we went to go check on the update of my parents' house, of the renovation.
We lost a day this weekend.
Yeah, so we're going to possibly start our seed. We're going to start a lot of seeds of the perennial herbs this week, or this coming up weekend.
Oh, she asked about the fruit trees. Have we planted them yet?
They come, a lot of our fruit trees come March and April timeframe. We got those from Stark Brothers. We got a lot of our berry bushes mostly planted. We just wait for our fruit trees. Most of them are going to be semi-dwarf to dwarf type trees.
Oh, Kenzie asks, what is your biggest crop you're growing to compensate for emptying grocery shelves? Chickens. That's the answer.
Yeah, we got 30, funny story about the video that we just released today. We originally only was going to do 30 American breasts.
Yeah, breasts. Breasts.
And when we put that order in, we were going to do a experiment to see which one is better. Or no, it was, what was one of our?
Okay, so the breast chicken is known for being the creme de la creme of the highest quality chicken meat that you can eat. Right?
Yes.
And so we got into this whole lifestyle growing everything because we were foodies first. Foodies first before we grew herbs. Foodies first before we grew vegetables and more things. So now that we're homesteaders and we've already processed our own turkeys, we knew that we were going to grow our own chickens, and we learned about the breast chickens. And as foodies, we're like, ooh, we need to try what they say the best tasting chicken is. And so we plan to receive those this upcoming week, like 30 of them.
Yeah.
And
this week.
Yeah, this week, because we're going to get some Red Rangers this week, which were going to be meat birds, right? And so our original plan was to order 30 of the Red Ranger meat birds, 30 of the breast chickens, and do it all at the same time. And we're going to do a comparison, a taste test, and invite people and see if they could tell the difference, right?
Yeah. Now with the American breast.
Think of breast. The blessed chicken.
Okay, so with the American breast, for the last 2 weeks, they're slower breeding animal. They're more of a heritage breed, rare breed than the Cornish cross. The last 2 weeks, right before you butcher them, you're supposed to soak a lot of their feed, their corn, in milk to give that marbling.
It's the last 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks,
yeah.
Like I said. Of the last 2 weeks before you process them and get that marbling look. It's supposed to taste just like steak. So,
and I mean, as foodies, we hear that and we're growing chickens. Why would we not try that?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we? And why wouldn't we test it out? Like our entire thing, even before we got on a homestead, was experimenting. So we're going to experiment with chickens.
Yeah. What's going on, Granny's Garden? How are you?
Oh, what we were going to say is that we put in a pre-order to get those 30 breast chickens, and the owner of that farm contacted us, and they had an abundance of chicks and offered us, a nice deal to get them sooner. We were going to have to commit sooner, and for 100 of them.
So, but we got them here. It was dead of, I wouldn't say winter of here in
we
Texas.
had back-to-back freezes.
Yeah, it was constant in the low 30s and in the low teens for several days, and we couldn't keep the brooder box warm enough, hot enough to keep it going.
We were scrambling, but we worked out a system. We've got a system now. I know that I never want to order
that many again,
or any chicks during the winter, and I want to have my own stock. Yeah. Honestly, if I'm going to do it again, it's going to be me hatching them out. It's going to be, and I don't know if you guys, can hear our baby chicks off to the side, because Breast Farms sent us some replacement chicks. And this time I was like,
great customer service.
Yeah, they're amazing. Breast Farms is great. The issues that we had nothing to do with them. It had everything to do with the freezes and some of the issues on our part. learning curve. And now we have these babies, but we set up mini brooders inside the house, and that's just what we're going to do temporarily in our grow room office. And that way we can control the temperature better while it's cold outside. Like today was wonderful.
Yeah.
But we're going to have another freeze.
And tomorrow's going to be even better. It's like the low supposed to be 57. I was like, what?
Yeah, and today it was 67. Yesterday it started off at 26 degrees here, and the high was what, 60 something yesterday?
Yeah. So
it's crazy.
Kanzi asks, true or false, I was told chicken organs, aka giblets, are the most valuable parts of the chicken in nutrients and minerals. I believe the gizzards and the liver are. When we process our turkeys, we save those in separate bags so that way we can make I can do some gizzards or some gravy, things of that nature.
I personally am a bigger into saving like the bones and extra things for the broth. He opts to have broth every morning that we make from our birds. And you drink that instead of coffee. He drinks that instead of coffee.
Broth and tea is my go-to in the morning.
Yeah. So, I'm a coffee girl.
Yeah, she's a coffee snoot.
Yeah.
Terry said it is 15 degrees here in Michigan. Thanks. Woo. So we've been off of, I wouldn't say the grid, but off of the live for a while. We just wanted to try this out. We're going to talk about since our last live, like September, October, November, December, and this month, what have changed. Some of y'all probably seen in our live, some haven't. September, you went to a beekeeping class or had a...
Yeah, and you know, ironically, I'm glad that's coming back because I really need to remind him to help me build some hives. I need some help building a hive.
What's going on, Hands in the Dirt?
So...
Yeah, so where was that class at?
That was in Missouri with Dr. Leo. It's a natural beekeeping class. I personally, I always tell myself, if I'm going to get into bees, I want it to be as natural as possible. So I'm going to try my hand at that before any other way.
Yeah, good luck. Like I said, we processed when she came back, the weekend that she came back, we processed 16 turkeys all by ourselves, something that
we've never done.
Yeah.
Like prior to that, we only helped our mentors, the Big Bear Homestead. We helped them process their chickens, but we never have ever processed any turkeys. We just applied those same lessons to turkeys, right?
Yeah.
That's what we did. And we learned some lessons in that.
Yes.
There were people that did not like the TikTok video that we posted, and we learned lessons from the feedback that they gave us. So
yeah.
That's fine. We have very thick skin.
So, I mean, it was all in all a true lessons. We won't process that many ever again in a single day.
I feel like we started late. I feel like we can.
Well, we started early, but the mishap with the broiler.
Yeah, I just feel like we will be more prepared next time. Yeah. I feel like we could process that.
And now that you got your hands, we got the
I am confident in my skill set. I feel like I could do it.
Because the first 5, she had me do it from the slit the throat to so, and then I was doing it all.
Don't complain about doing it all yourself.
The first 5.
I didn't want turkeys. Let's remember that. I did not want turkeys. Okay.
And so you saying if it was chickens, I still would have been doing the first few by myself?
No, I'm up for chickens.
Now you are.
That's what I got trained on. And turkeys were really big, and they had been attacking me the 2 weeks prior, and so I didn't have a fondness for the turkeys. So.
What's going on, girl? Something with Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Terry said, call the bee expert. She's going to be my bee expert.
Well, I I mean, we're surrounded by, people that do beekeeping. It just, I feel like there is a lot of diversity in ideas about beekeeping. It is a hot topic. It's as hot as politics, apparently. And so I'm gonna be very low key on the beekeeping until I figure out what works for me, and then I'm gonna share.
Yes, Grow Something with Jeff. It was a lot of work. And we started around 8. We had a little miscue with the scalder, and the propane tank. So we had to go get 2 more we got one. Did we get 1 or 2?
We had to get another base to hold
and
the
another
pot.
base. So that was so we went
really
from 8 to 8. Yeah. After that, our neighbors they had 4 ducks, and I guess 2 of them disappeared or wandered off or got killed, whatever. So they decided to give us 2 ducks. Normally, we told ourselves we would not take on any animals until we get a structure for them. We kind of had a structure for them.
We had the chickens.
Yeah, so we did quarantine them for at least 3 days, got them used to, we put them in, they had a dog kennel. We had them in a dog kennel, gave them food, water, and stuff, allowed the chickens to get accustomed to the ducks.
The duck escaped after 2 days. One of them did. And so I didn't have a choice but to put them together. And even then, those first few days, we were trying to herd the ducks into their own thing. And then all of a sudden, they started going in with the chickens.
Yeah. So that was a blessing. So we decided to keep them in there. There are 2 hens, so we didn't have to worry about them doing any issues or harm to the other chickens. Now, you don't want it to be vice versa, because a drake will harm and almost sometimes kill a female chicken.
Yeah, but
AKA hen. But
yeah, but the rooster won't hurt the female duck hen. And I feel like, in retrospect, that the situation that we experienced in having those 2 ducks and having them going in with the chickens gave us a false narrative. We thought we were going to get some ducks and that they were going to go in at night. And right now, that's not the experience we're having with these ducks. They do not want to go in.
Yeah. He put the duck father in the chicken tender show.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's facts right there. I am the chicken tender.
Yeah. Tara, we don't know if we're going to do goats or sheep this year.
I want to do sheep. I vote for sheep first.
So in the comments, what do y'all think we should get next for the animals? Goats or sheep?
Sheep.
Put the comments down there.
Sheep.
Nah, no.
Sheep. Yeah, goats. I mean, I guess goats will show us where our weaknesses are in our fencing structure.
Yeah.
Everybody says they're going to escape.
Goats. Oh, let's get some more goats.
I see how it is.
Come on. Okay. Goats or sheep? Goats or sheep? Goats or sheep?
Okay, so the thing is that I really like the taste of lamb. So that's why I would like some sheep. Goats, the goats I want to have are Nigerian dwarf goats, which I am excited to have them because they're super, super cute. I want them for the milk, for soaps, and cheese. But he wants some Kiko goats.
I want dairy goats and meat goats. I won't do both at the same time. I will start off with one and end with the other. Yes, curry goat. Oh my!
That's his entire reason.
Yes, curry goat is the reason. Yes.
And lamb, like at least 1 to 2 times a week, we have lamb in our house because it's one of my favorites. So I want sheep, and then I want just Nigerian dwarf goats that are not for meat.
Kay asks, have y'all ever considered rabbits? That was one of my first animals before we got chickens and ducks, but somebody, this is my elementary way of saying her, did not want to get rabbits. She's like, oh, I can't do that. I don't want to eat them and all this. There's going to be something.
Hey, no. So here's the real scoop is that I told him, okay, sell me. Go get some rabbit, bring it home, fix it, convince me why. Now, if I taste, I'm a foodie. If I taste it, it's delicious, I'll get on board. You have yet to do that.
Fine, then I go get some some rabbit tomorrow, hopefully. I know she would have to milk the goat because my hands are just
It's gonna be me.
Yeah. If we get the dwarf,
it's me on all the things.
Anyway.
Monday through Friday.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Chickens are the gateway to then step 2 is goats. I do love lamb steaks. I love lamb too. I do love lamb chops. I do a nice rack of lamb.
I do lamb shanks. I just recently tried some lamb ribs and they were okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do lamb a lot.
So Dan, I know you got some curry goats and curry lamb recipes. Some roti. Now, what is roti, Dan? I always keep on seeing that in the.
That's a Jamaican thing.
Yeah. Island thing. Yeah, I want to know what rabbit gravy, yummy. Yes. Now, when my mom was alive, she had a friend that I guess captured rabbits or captured wild things, and he brought us one time a barbecue rabbit and also a raccoon. Now, raccoon was kind of greasy. I didn't care too much about that.
They nasty. They eat trash.
Yes, rabbits do have one of the best fertilizers. They have cold manure, so you can just basically put that right onto your garden there. No, I don't, Terry. I don't see the need.
Alpaca?
I don't see the purpose of an alpaca.
Okay, I see the purpose being
besides
similar
the manure.
to a what is the bird, the colorful bird?
Peacock.
Like, to me, that's in the peacock category. That's in the horse category. That's in the boat category. They're just a hole in, like a money pit.
Oh, okay. So they were saying roti is a flatbread, is an Indian flatbread.
Okay. I need to look into that because I've been making breads. He hates that I make bread.
So let me tell y'all a story before we go to the next thing. So I've been trying to lose some weight here. And so I was like, all right, I don't want any rice, any pasta, any bread. And what does she do? Oh, I'm going to take up bread making. I'm like, seriously? So this woman was sending me bread in my lunch. I'm like, oh my God.
He's lying.
Okay. Every breakfast, lunch, and dinner, she was adding bread. I'm like,
listen, if you would just eat one helping.
Blah, 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 blah. So Southern Blessed Home said, we want to start raising rabbits for food and for same with us.
So there is a rabbit I was looking into, and I got to look it out because my hesitation when he was trying to sell me on the rabbit idea was about heat tolerance. There is Texas A&M around here, the extension office, not very far from here. It's in Commerce. And they had some recommendations for this area that were heat tolerant, good meat birds, all kinds of things. I got to look up what the name of it was. I forgot.
Mm-hmm. So apparently roti is easy bread to make.
Oh, then I got it because sourdough is my thing, and that's like the hardest bread.
Now, if y'all want to see the missus make another bread,
I made some bread. I already did a video. Don't even.
Y'all want to see her make a roti bread?
He's always trying to get me to.
If y'all want to see her make a roti bread recipe, comment down below with
roti. Make it look like the stupid whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's it? Has the missus tried fried scones, fried bread? No, I don't think I even tried that.
I haven't. I haven't.
What do you eat it with? What's a dish that you could go?
Is that like basically extra fat scones and extra fat bread?
Dan said Indian bread eaten alongside curry. Okay, so you just basically use the roti as like a silverware type ordeal.
I like that in a meal. To me, that's like comfort food.
Yes, fresh bread is dangerous.
That's all I made. I made a commitment actually starting back in June, July, that I wasn't going to buy any more like sliced breads. And I haven't. I've been making our own bread. He just all of a sudden decided he wanted to lose weight. And I was like, you got to be 250.
Hush up.
Okay.
Dan, do you know what type of rabbits you're going to get? One of our teammates, they got, what was that called? American Blue or something? Blue Diamond or something. Like, I forgot what it was, but it looks gorgeous. So I want to get one of those. And what we try to do is everything that we have on our farm, try to at least have 1 to 2 purposes or more. So if we get rabbits, it's going to be for fertilizer and for meat.
And I told him,
and to sell.
I told him initially, I was like, yes, let's go ahead and do rabbits for fertilizer. Like, I'm willing to get my toes wet and do that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to HEB Central Market and find some rabbit. But he eats blueberry scones with coffee from Starbucks. So here's your Starbucks buddy right here.
Well, because my son has been with Starbucks for years, so my son actually works for the headquarters in Seattle.
So they put common problem with goats are. I heard that with the male goats, you have to. They can't eat a certain item because of it gets them urinary tract infection. UTI.
And you have to be very careful, especially with the minerals. Fortunately, we're affiliates with Redmond Real Salt, who also has an agriculture side.
Mm-hmm.
We love because we're foodies, we love the Redmond Real Salt products for the foods that we're growing and eating and cooking, but they also have an agricultural line of minerals for the goats. And then they have one that's tapered down that's safer for the sheep, right? Is that what we were learning?
Yeah. So Terry put, I learned how to make bread, all kinds last year. That's how I feel.
And so, okay, so here's the thing. I've been making sourdough bread, and I've been trying to get him to understand this, that if you're going to eat bread, sourdough bread is the healthier bread to eat. It's basically fermented bread. It has probiotics in it. I learned years ago when I was like a trainer and into fitness and health and all this stuff, not that I'm not anymore, but I still am, and that knowledge never escaped me, that I like sourdough bread. And so I told myself, if I'm going to make bread, I'm going to make sourdough bread. And here I am making the healthiest bread with him complaining. Ugh.
Dan said he doesn't know yet. He's trying to get rabbits for fertilizer. Cool.
And I've lost weight since I've been making bread.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Just so you know.
So he also said he recently got some chai tea from Star, but highly disappointed.
I have done some naan bread. I did. Okay, so my son made fun of me for this. I've been doing sourdough versions of. So I did a sourdough naan bread. I did a sourdough pita. I did what my son made fun of me for is I did sourdough tortillas, and he was like, "That's really white of you, Mom." Hey.
Yes, I'm excited to get our trees in. It's going to be a busy month, February, March, April timeframe. We are going to be doing the Ellen White method of planting our fruit trees. And basically, you dig a hole 3 feet wide, 3 feet in length, and 3 feet in depth. And then you just add a bunch of minerals, organic matters, and there's a certain process that you do to get it up to the very top layer. And what it's supposed to do is allow the the fruit trees to give you fruit a lot sooner than what typically is done. Sourdough is best. Okay, forget y'all. Y'all sourdough peoples.
It's the healthier bread. It is.
I think it's the yeast that makes you get huge and expand. City Boy Farmer, what's going on?
Hey.
He put, I would love to go live and do giveaways to somebody. So we don't really do lives for giveaways because you get a lot of people just coming to your lives just for that reason.
It'll mess up your analytics for your channel.
If you're doing YouTube for the long run, for us, I just wouldn't do it.
And for anybody in here as content creators, we see lives. We've seen channels become only lives, and I call it the lives trap, and it'll absolutely jack up your analytics.
Yeah, unless you're a big channel that you could afford to do that, I
wouldn't mess with my analytics like that. I miss doing lives, the monthly lives, because I like to touch base with our subscribers. We, outside of YouTube and the video content that we release, the only other way that we really get to touch base with our subscribers are the ones that actually follow us on Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, do, because people actually communicate with us in our DMs, and we always answer questions. And so that's a really great, very direct way to communicate with us.
Yeah, and we sometimes during our regular videos we'll do a giveaway, but we won't announce it in our title. It's basically for our value of subscribers and viewers. That the people that die hard love to watch our videos. Then they know, okay, so they might do a giveaway, they might not.
Yeah, but what will happen is in that kind of announcement, you'll get like this flood and then this drop that happens that will mess up your analytics.
Yeah. Let's see.
Good night, Hands in the Dirt. I'm glad you were able to join us.
Y'all have a good evening. Stay blessed. I almost made 20 pounds of beef jerky in the oven yesterday. Oh, you can make it in the oven?
Well, yeah. Now that I have that Excalibur dehydrator, and I do look forward to testing out making some jerky with that. It just is a different time.
Dan put up, he makes naan bread 1 to 2 times a week. The time that you made it was pretty, I couldn't get one of them open all the way, but it was still had a good flavor to it. I did enjoy that.
That was the sourdough one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why aren't y'all monetized? We are monetized.
On which format? On YouTube we are.
On Instagram and TikTok we aren't. Or
on TikTok we almost are, but I don't care about it because you really don't make that much money.
From what we were told.
Like from everything I've read and other people that I've talked to, it's just, I don't know. The effort that it takes, it's like the reward doesn't make sense. And we didn't get into this for that kind of thing. And I know it is that, like content creation and things like YouTube and Instagram, it is a venue for some to make residual income. And that was not our original intent when we got into this.
Make beef jerky in your oven, lowest setting and time to keep the door propped. You can use the fan to move the air. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. 170 for 10 hours. We can't do that with our oven because so I'm jealous that you can do that. We have a propane oven, or we have propane. Our oven, and I learned when the propane company came out, it is hot. Like I can boil water at 1. It is so hot, so I can't go by that. But I am glad that I have the Excalibur dehydrator now. That when I do it, I'll have to do it that way because my oven runs way too hot, and I can't control it.
Terry said I put full on the bottom because it drops. It drops it from. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
So next is back in September we learned about fermenting feed. For those that have animals, ferment your feed. First, go to find a local feed mill. We learned this from our mentors. They told instead of buying those 50-pound bags from the big box stores, that's like anywhere from $17 to $20 something, that if you go to a feed mill place, it's a lot cheaper, which we buy now, almost like $9.
Yeah, it's under $10 a 50-pound bag. So I usually go and get like 250 pounds worth when I go of so 5 bags when I go.
Yeah, and so we do that now. That cuts our feed bill in half, and then when you ferment it, it cuts it in half again. So we're spending like a quarter of what we used to spend.
And one of our neighbors, we just taught them how to do it.
Yeah, they came over one weekend and we just showed them.
They didn't realize like they've been living here forever. We're newbies, and we were showing them where to go and get feed at a lower price.
Yeah. The Excalibur is great for making beef jerky, fruit jerky, and drying up.
I've been using the Excalibur to dry our eggs, and because I take and I dehydrate our eggs and then I pulverize them in a coffee grinder, and we actually sprinkle that into our feed and feed it back to the chickens and the ducks, because they actually need that calcium. It's really good for them. It helps them be productive egg layers. And so I've been recently using it quite a bit for that. I'm about to dehydrate some eggs for cooking purposes. Like, I don't want to dehydrate eggs and think that you're going to reconstitute it and have it be an egg. No, I want to, when a baking recipe asks for an egg, I know that 1 tablespoon of that dried egg and 2 tablespoons of water will make up for what they're asking for in the recipe. So I thought that would be a great way to use the eggs too.
So Terry asked, do you have enough feed to stash away for your animals? Yes. So when we go from the feed mill, we'll buy 5.
We have 50-gallon drums that we bought.
And we fill those up with the regular feed, with the scratch feed, and the corn feed. And we basically, we give the scratch feed and the corn as treats. So mostly the feed itself gets used up.
What was that?
Do you think 3 chickens is worth it? What is your purpose with the chickens? Is your purpose to get eggs? Because that's going to be how many people are in your household? Do y'all eat eggs a lot?
What kind of chickens? For us, like the kind of chickens that we were very selective about the type of birds that we were getting because of how productive they were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Demeanor, personalities. We tried to get as many hens as possible. When you're getting babies, there's not a guarantee. There's like a 90%.
We got our first set from Tractor Supply, so they have a 90%
accuracy on sexing them. Yeah. But we ended up with more roosters than we wanted to have, but we're fortunate that only one is aggressive and the other 3 are so chill. Like they're such good roosters. So I mean, we're just gonna keep them all right now.
What's going on, Lone Star Living?
Hey,
y'all staying warm next door?
I know you guys enjoyed the same warm weather we did today, and tomorrow is going to be another good one.
What's going on, G Mama Bros? Yeah, Lone Star said they do the same way. They keep it in 55-gallon drums.
Oh, that it is a 55-gallon drum. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know why I had it in my head. It was 50.
Now, if you want it for the eggs, they will give you eggs. Most of them will lay one egg every other day. Some will lay, some different types of breeds will lay every day. We started off with 30 chickens. 4 of them happen to be roosters, so we're almost getting a dozen and a half a day.
But we're also using our chickens in kind of like a mobile pasture fertilizing way, because we have mobile fencing. I'm moving them every week. I'm using them to fertilize and improve our soil right now, and scratch it up. I'm having them, like, when we end up getting our goats or sheep or whatever we do, I'm going to have them follow behind and kind of scratch in the sheep poop and the goat poop. But we are utilizing them as tools that are feeding it. Like they have more than one job with us. So it depends. And it depends on the kind of space that you have to provide. No, broke farmer, that they will rip up an area in a very short period of time.
Yes, they will.
So like if you're wanting to have them in one stationary area, you're going to be spending money feeding them. We're utilizing grass to offset the cost of feed. Like we've been cutting back on what we'll spend on feed, and we're also using natural growing grass and things to compensate to make it feasible.
So what's going on, grows in Alaska? Kay said, are y'all getting eggs in the cooler weather? Yes, we're still getting them.
A ton.
Yeah. And it's all because we add corn. Supposedly corn is supposed to keep their body temperature up. Otherwise, their chickens are forcing to keep them warm and keeping their feathers on. Even back last month, we were still getting a lot of eggs. We were surprised back because our neighbors, 2 of our neighbors, they wasn't getting any eggs, and we were like, we don't know what's going on.
But we're feeding ours eggs.
Fermenting Feed, which helps them with their guts and everything.
And then the cracked corn to help warm them up on these colder days.
Lone Star Glimpse said, I cold rooster this afternoon. He's been eating it for a while. Dan said, how many will 3? It all once again go on what type of chickens that you have. Let's say you have a typical good laying chicken. You will probably get anywhere from 21 to 12 to 14 a week, possibly. So I think y'all have a family of 4. So if y'all each one of y'all eats 2 eggs a day, y'all should be decent.
And if you want to be self-sustainable, and if you're able to have a rooster, then you'll end up with your own fertilized eggs that you can incubate at some point in time. So that you're not having to, like, every few years buy some.
Yeah. Lone Star said, today was a good day. Got a lot done. Got to take it. Yes, we just enjoyed the weather. I was tired.
He was so tired. He worked so hard. And I know I was on you today.
I'm like, I'm chilling.
I was like, we lost yesterday. We didn't get there's stuff that we need to do, but we always need to do stuff.
Yeah. Terry said, I heard if you have chicken around fruit, they will. Hopefully, we put ours around our pear tree and our persimmons tree. And so we'll find out this spring.
That worked out perfectly at the end of the season when there was a bunch of them rotting. We had the chickens in that area. They cleaned that area up. They did a good job.
Dan said, yeah, I think rabbits are better for fertilizer than chickens. Yes.
That's why I want both.
Yeah. Now, what the good thing with chickens, they would till up your grass and get rid of a lot of the bugs and fertilize. With rabbits, you just have fertilize. Oh yeah, because Dan, you're a vegetarian or vegan. Next, back in October, we went to the USDA to see what all things that we can apply for.
We didn't even know about it until one of our very friendly neighbors around here told us that there were programs for people like us.
Yeah, first-time farmers,
veterans,
minorities. They love dealing with
a woman.
Yeah, and so we're going to try to see if we can get Low Tunnel.
Well, we were qualified to get some stuff.
Yeah.
They came out here. The NRCS came out, what was it, Monday?
Sometime
Or
Tuesday.
Tuesday this week. They came out here to look at the area where we want to put a high tunnel. And they're going to pay up to $2 or almost $3, like $2.50 or so per square foot for a high tunnel. And so it's like stuff that's put into this account for people that just go unused. So now that we know about the program, we're like, well, like we're the perfect people for this.
Mm-hmm.
So we just communicated with Bootstrap Farmer.
Mm-hmm.
And we love Bootstrap Farmer. Anybody in here that knows of Bootstrap Farmer, they have the best trays. That's what we've used.
Great warranty on the trays.
They're phenomenal.
Great customer service. So
yeah, so they and they know how the USDA works. Stupid cats. I have my grand cat here. They're fighting. But they know how it works, and you're in communications with him, and we have to get all this information to them. By the 11th of February?
Yeah.
To get the ball going.
And then they'll also possibly do a rain catchment system, so that way.
Oh yeah, they'll pay like 49 cents a square foot for gutters, and then they calculate that into the rain catchment system. And so we have that in the works going on right now too.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of goats, got a man that possibly might be getting some goats from, some Kiko goats.
If you have any goat questions, ask Bo the Ark. I always watch over his shoulder watching the videos.
Yeah.
So, the Kiko goat is something we knew. And so in doing the research, we came across Bo the Ark.
Love that collaboration y'all did.
Yes, especially the one on the fencing.
Yeah, that was a lot of great information.
We love the baby goat stuff that you did because that's very important information. But for us, up to this point, our hesitation has been the reputation of goats escaping.
Yeah.
And so that fencing one really was great information.
Yeah. Sorry that our camera is blurry. Unfortunately, StreamYard is trying to make us pay for stuff. For some reason, for the basic program, you only could get a 720 pixel. So I was like, and it's $20 a month.
Yeah, this is the test version. So, if we like it, we might upgrade, and then it'll be a nicer quality. Mm-hmm. We haven't buffered this time.
Well, we got a direct feed line, so
yeah. So that actually, the entire thing that threw us off from doing any more was that buffering issue.
Yeah, we kept on getting buffering, get kicked off the net, so we was like, we're done with it. Geeky Gardens, welcome. I'm not sure if I said welcome yet to you, but just make sure you know the NCRS rules. They have restrictions for several years on what you can and can't do with them. Oh, do you have a particular one restriction that you can let us know about?
Or like inboxes or something, something we can go and look at, because I'm not 100% sure either, which is something. Oh, good night, Southern Blessed.
Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.
And I know he just got over COVID. Or are you still healing? I'll ask you later.
Yeah, I know. Free is good. Free is good.
Well, and that's the thing with this high tunnel is, if they're going to be paying quite a bit, then we need to figure out our restrictions and do that stuff because those things are not cheap.
I know they were giving me slack for having a 30,000 gallon water cistern. They were like, "Are y'all trying to? We
don't have one.
Are y'all trying to supply water and that dependent on the city?" I was like, "What if we are? What's the problem with that?" I was like, "Stop trying to get it in our pockets, government."
But I mean, it's like with anything, even with YouTube, fellow content creators, they it's their format. If they're giving us something and they're doing something for us, they're gonna have something that they expect.
Yeah.
We do need to look and see what that entails.
So I heard on other YouTube videos that they restrict the raised beds and
Yeah. We
so
do know that.
you have to go directly in ground. You cannot do raised beds.
I'm wanting to grow some banana trees.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like Dan when we grow up.
I'm gonna be like Dan in the high tunnel.
I'm trying to get some all those delicious fruits that he be growing.
The high tunnel will provide us with some of Dan's growing like.
Good night, Terry. Thank you for stopping by. Then we go into November, where we hosted our Thanksgiving. We invited a lot of our family members and friends. There was a surprise engagement.
That's when we got our ducks.
Yeah, we also got our ducks around that time, and we gave them a tour of our homestead and told them our visions and whatnot. So it was pretty good.
I got my food handler's license.
Got your food handler license.
Because we're selling eggs now.
We fried 3 of our 16 turkeys that we had.
And we sold our first turkey during that time. Yeah.
So that was good. And we got our first egg. We was getting our first egg.
Yeah, November.
No, October.
October is when we got our first egg. And that's a momentous moment. When you're putting all this money and time and you're raising these animals and you haven't seen any rewards yet, it's very exciting to have that reward happen.
Oh, look at Dan. He said when you get to high tunnel, he'll say, so the bananas, they have suckers and pups. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we want to have tomatoes year round and cucumbers year round. So that would be real nice. So January, we was able to finally put our ducks onto land. We built them a nice duck hutch.
I can't wait to share with you guys our duck hutch details and modifications. And it's a design that he kind of modified from another idea, and I feel like it would work great with the chickens. Yeah,
so I'm just on our way back from my parents' place renovating. I was asking her because it seems like this duck coop is a lot better. I don't want to toot my own horn, but
he did a really great job.
But it's almost better than Justin Rhodes' chickshaws. So
it is better.
I'm gonna say almost, but if she say it is,
I feel like it's better. I am the one that's out in the field every day working with the other one, the original. That was a modified version of Justin Rhodes, and it's been great. It's an invaluable experience, but this hutch that you built is better, and it could be used for either. Chickens
and
or ducks.
we only learned about it could be used for either or because we had to put the roosters and the hens with the ducks to kind of get the ducks in line, even though Kevin's doing a bad job.
And it allowed us to modify even further and putting roosting bars. And so our chickens and our roosters that we have in there are roosting above where the ducks are. It's been nice.
Thanks for stopping by, Grozy, Alaska.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us. I know we've been on an hour now.
Close to an hour.
Yeah, so I know we're going to be wrapping it up.
We talked, this month was our first time getting a loss due to a predator with those 2 ducks. We talked about that.
This month has been so the first year of 2022, the first month of 2022 is the biggest losses and loserville of everything for us for animals. Like it has not been easy starting this year as losers.
Yeah.
But I feel like when we lose, we kind of like step back, we reset. I feel like it always makes us stronger. Like we thrive on failures for what we learn.
So, and this month we started to kick off with the Men in the Garden Grow Off 2022. Team Soil Soldiers is going to take the belt So what?
I mean, y'all probably will, but is Bro Farmer still in here?
Yes, he knows. He knows.
Well, see.
Kay, how were you feeling her loss? Did you recently lose some animals too? Yes, Jeff, it is something that we definitely have learned.
We embraced failure. I know once upon a time when you were younger and I was younger, like we probably responded to failure differently. But I think it comes in maturity and recognizing and being able to reflect, like I am a better person now for the failures that I have had, and it's always made me wiser. It's always helped me make better decisions. And you cannot become a bigger, better person without overcoming a failure and learning from it. So I look at it as a growing, teachable moment.
So what we kind of did, we took a note from the biggest, littlest farms where when they had a particular loss or something bad happened, they basically sat back, take a look at nature, watch nature, and refire it from there. That's what we did. We just basically, okay, tired of losing.
We're stubborn.
Yeah, tired of losing the duck.
Very stubborn.
We're putting one of our roosters in there. If this rooster can't do anything, he's getting cold too. And
no, he's not. I love Kevin. I love
care.
Kevin.
I don't care.
Leave my Kevin alone. It's mine.
Yeah. It's we're definitely going to be learning from it. Good night, Granny's Garden. Thank you for stopping by. The next one is, or the last one, I guess we could say, is we're going to be, like I said earlier, we're going to be doing our perennial herbs, starting our perennial herbs. That's something, if you're on a homestead, you definitely want to get all of your perennial items out, like your fruit trees, your perennial herbs, your perennial vegetables, because those are something that's going to stay on your property forever, that you don't have to regrow again. Things going to stay there.
Is this going to be asparagus time?
Yes, I'm going to be doing some asparagus.
I want asparagus.
I already got some artichokes going. I got some red sorrel going.
I'm going to do olive herbs.
And what else we got over there? I forgot what that one. Some rhubarb.
Have any of you grown olive herb?
What are kind of perennial herbs are y'all growing this year?
And I know we only got a small group here because I know we need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But those of you that are in here, is there a perennial herb that is your favorite go-to? And then I guess it matters the growing zone too.
Yeah. What are y'all growing zones or hardiness zone, USDA zone? We just found out we're in 7D. All this time, yes. I'm thinking since we're in North Texas,
still 8A.
Yeah, that we're only like an hour away, that we were still 8A. But now
and it
we're
makes
7D.
A difference because previously we learned where we were that we needed to go with determinate, smaller tomato, but now I feel like I can maybe grow some slicers here. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So, all right. That's all I have.
Yeah, no, that's great. I wanted to hang out and I wanted to test out a new feature, and this has given me confidence. We just need to get the image quality up.
Yeah, we'll probably do, like I said, we normally do one every first Saturday of each month at 10 a.m. We were just trying this out just to see what it is. So
I don't know what our schedule is going to be when we start doing our lives again. I don't want to commit to that yet.
Yeah, we won't be doing one this coming up Saturday since it is still the first Saturday of February, but we just wanted to try this out just to see how it is. This because we see a lot of our YouTuber friends, content creators using StreamYard. It looks pretty good. There's still some things I got to learn about it, but other than that,
yeah, we're not live pros at all because it does affect your analytics.
Yeah. D said we are in the same zone. I love basil and rosemary.
Those are two of our favorites.
Basil and rosemary.
Basil.
I'm actually planting some rosemary in our permaculture orchard. So 6B and mostly grow all vegetable, no real leafy greens or herbs. Okay. Yeah, you do a lot of hydroponics.
I was just gonna say, didn't I see the video with the hydroponics for him?
Yeah. Good night, Dan. Thank you for stopping by.
It's good to see you, Dan.
We are actually going to be cutting out ourselves.
Yeah.
For everybody on the replay, like I said, we do it every first Saturday of each month.
No, we're not committing to a schedule on a live
First
right
Saturday
now.
of each month. We normally
That's
do.
what we were doing.
So
we're not sure yet.
We'll definitely be doing it the first Saturday in May because that is the
Naked Gardener Day.
International Naked Gardening
We didn't
Day.
know it existed.
It's the first Saturday of each month. That's the reason why we do it.
Now we have to celebrate it.
So Dan said he does thyme, oregano, and rosemary.
Those are solid go-tos for us. Yeah.
Growing different types of parsley just to try something. I'm in Texas, 9-8. Oh, you must be around the Houston area.
Hola.
Oh, Sunny.
That's my girl.
Thanks. That's okay.
Yeah, we're about to cut out. I'm sorry we missed you. But I mean, it's Sunday night and it's been beautiful here. It was hard for us to actually finish our chores out there, to actually sit down and do this.
I made a bench so I can watch the ducks on the pond and everything. So it's a simple little bench thing.
Yeah.
We are doing well. How are you, Sonny? How are you now? What, day 2 of recovering?
Oh, and Sonny, I was thinking about you because I actually went out.
We should be saying Emma instead of Sonny's place. Either way, you know who we're talking about.
Emma, yeah. So we have over this because we haven't been doing live, so we just been doing like posting our videos and stuff. But he's like built out his miter saw station, and I was so proud of myself because I went out there this week and I built some stuff. Like I was building the cage protective stuff to go on top of our brooder boxes. I was like, and I just made some stuff, and I was like, this is what Emma does. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
Emma, she surprised me. She is a workhorse. I love watching Emma get down and dirty, cutting woodworking and drilling and stuff. So I'll be like, you go, girl.
I feel like I could kick it with Emma because
I want you to kick it with Emma so she can teach you how to get behind the saw and stuff.
I was by myself and I figured it all out.
Yeah, you kind of scared me. She goes, because I keep my miter saw. I keep my miter saw locked for safety reason, and just like, how do you unlock this? I'm like,
he was scared. Like I was gonna do stuff and not even tell him. But it was locked, and I didn't know, and I was like, I had to and then he was like, what are you doing? And then I was like, I didn't like having to answer any questions. I just wanted to do the stuff.
Christy says she is in 10B. Ooh, lucky. Basil, oregano, chives, and thyme. Awesome. Hey, let us know. Oh, when do we get our goats? We got Bodog Arc Kiko goats. He's in here. We're getting our goats from him.
We're hoping before the end of the year.
By around the fall time frame.
Kidding season, we'll see.
Hopefully we get kidding season around there. Yeah. Hey, teammate, what's going on? Callie Homestead, Pooh Bear. All right. So thank y'all for stopping by. We are going to cut out. I hope y'all have the blessed week.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. We've had a beautiful one here, and I hope that it's beautiful where you're at.
Yeah. So until the next time, check out our videos. Until then, let's grow together.